Yes, a beautiful Tuesday morning to our wonderful viewers who they watch us right now. Don't carry that same program as AsEdeyHot, that political program with the sunshine out matters with the affect our body Nigeria. Now don't carry come. Today will be Tuesday, and as usual, we go sunshine on matters with the happen for body Nigeria. Very interesting issues with the at least where they very trending right now, and at least in the end we go also do it in get guests where we get for us involved, so that we will fit deliberate on these issues and also do it in, and also at least they give them also the opportunity to wait to also call in and contribute. For our viewers who watch us for GoTV channel 98, Star Times channel 195, they watch us for My TV channel 17, a free to air channel 57, or perhaps if they do DSTV channel 259. At least we don't come and may I just tune into any of this platform. May I just join the conversation and the conversation they go on. My name never change. My name remains Nkubi, and this is AsEdeyHot. Straight up now, 2-in-1 will carry come for now, and those 2-in-1 are very interesting ones. One we'll talk about one of the issues that we'll talk about yesterday, and it got to do with the at least this thing. It got to do with the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, and we come to ask say, okay, how far, how well? Because beyond just say will they remember our fallen heroes, people who actually don't commit their life in the course of ensuring say Nigeria they secured. How far when we look at their own welfare and also the fact say yes we need to take care of them. We'll go further stretch on this and also at least also here in our own opinion. And the second one we'll get to for now also get to do with the 7 northern governors, APC northern governors will come out say yes, so President Buhari, in fact we don't raise hand for you, carry on. Make sure say you do it in, make sure say you come back for second time, come carry the flag to represent, also at least to contest for second time. And we'll also dwell on that one. Also look at the diversity way they involve. Also look at how well and how fair enough this call don't go, and if not really the appropriate time, now with the call, this call they come in, and perhaps as against the appropriate time, waiting with the other angles where we also need to look where we say, say now what we supposed to pay attention to be this. These are the issues where we go also need to do it in, we'll go need to, and then quickly may I also introduce my guest, may I not waste time. Now somebody will say yes, of course. Now person now they see often. Now no be strange face. Now regular face on and also on the platform. And somebody will say when it comes to politics as well, he get passion for them seriously. You know they hide the own matter. They talk the matter the way it be. And who they talk about? They talk about Bernard Akede, a broadcaster, in-house broadcaster, and you know broadcaster basically. May I just shorten it that way. Bernard, you are welcome to AsEdeyHot.
Thank you, Nkubi. Thank you very much. Always good to be here.
Yes, always good. This is how they form gentleman level. Talk, just talk.
No, I mean, I talk as the host now, but the fire, don't be as the light the fire, and then we begin the burn, and now from small. Isn't that from clap with the enter dance? So we'll clap first, we go begin the dance.
Yeah, now that kind of tone now I want to see from you. Anyway, make we do it, make we quickly enter this break. When we come back, we'll go sink our teeth into these 2 subjects who don't carry come. Then, now go hear more about them. We'll go with the come. Yes, welcome back. The program remains AsEdeyHot. And once again, for viewers who watch us for GoTV channel 98, Star Times channel 195, they watch us for My TV channel 17. If they do free to air channel 57, or perhaps they do DSTV channel 259, that Ubunga program with the sunshine out issues that happen for Bodo Nigeria and how they'll carry come. I'll tell and say we'll get 2-in-1. When I mean 2-in-1, 2 solid stories. Now we'll get for now. The first one get to do with the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, and at least remembering our fallen heroes, and at least people who actually don't dedicate their lives for the unity of this country. I'll also tell about the 7 northern governors, APC governors, we don't come and talk, say, look, President Buhari, would they raise our flag up for you to do it to ensure, say, you contest for your second term in 2019. These are the stories, and at least with our guest they have, Bernard Akede, we will do it, we will enter into this matter, then at least by the time we don't think and establish them, we will also get now involved, give now that opportunity to also call in and also contribute in our own quarter to the whole matter. And Bernard, make we no waste time. Yesterday we actually marked the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. When I mean Armed Forces Remembrance Day, our fallen heroes, army, the military in general.
Yes.
And if I also recall, your dad at least was once
yes. Also, product of Armed Forces, one of the fallen heroes.
Yes, product of one of the fallen heroes, exactly. And make we also look at there has been this you know, these rising issues. We'll get one video where we'll actually play. But there has been, we don't get these rising recent issues where we say militaries don't they actually get when it comes to the issue of how well they are being taken good care of. You understand? And for us to further stretch on that, make we do it, make we play this video. Once we play this video, okay, let's we'll continue. Okay, the issue here is we don't see leaders in trying to ensure that they celebrate this particular event. We don't see the likes of the president talk about, you know, remembering these people. We don't see the Senate president, the House of Rep member, that's Yakubu Dogara and Bukola Saraki, coming out to emphasize on the fact, say, look, the welfare of militaries, they highly important. Maybe they put eyes into them. Okay, if I would probably bring her from this angle, if we get a particular set of people who will say their own mission are to say, yes, I want to go and die for the cause of my country. I want to go and ensure, say, I protect my country. And in the process of that, we see death they play out. How we also fit ensure, say, government, we don't carry that responsibility, give these people. To ensure that on their own part, they provide the available needs for these people, so that at least people, when they enter into this mission, will they enter on with this thought that, look, yes, I am going to do something very good for my country, without even looking back and saying, my family, how they will take care of them. Waiting the government involvement in ensuring that the life of, the welfare of these people, they well taken care of.
Before I would like to start like this, as Oebo talk, say the importance of the military, first of all, cannot be overemphasized. Okay. And just as the importance of military cannot be overemphasized, the welfare of the military too cannot be overemphasized. Waiting now and talk. That would mean say, you know if you measure how important the military is to the country. Now, make we just break down what we talk about the military. We're talking about the Air Force, the Army, and the Navy. And their job that's to do with it to protect the territorial integrity of the country. The Air Force, they look after the airspace. The Army, they take over the ground. And of course, the Navy in our waterways, they protect. Now, back in the days, many years ago, we not to get plenty big way they happen inside Nigeria. Most of the time, what they happen, we say when ECOMOG been very active then, we get our soldiers who they take as ECOMOG contingents. They go different parts of Africa. I know, say, as they grew up, my own dad to be one of those soldiers when they come out in the Air Force pilots back in the day, helicopter pilot. Then they go countries like Chad, they go Liberia, they go Sierra Leone. All these countries where they get small big, and very often, you know, Nigerian contingents, Nigerian soldiers, so to speak, they always recognize them as, you know, high-ranking officers who they perform very well. And even amongst that, even from those ECOMOG troops, I remember saying my own papa said they've been carrying them alongside some other African and Nigerian soldiers. Go international, you know, cross-continental peacekeeping missions, like after the Gulf War, you know, between Iraq and Kuwait. They get some Nigerian soldiers who been go do United Nations peacekeeping force, or the Blue Berets as they call them. Now, this one shows say Nigerian soldiers back in the day been there very respected, active, not just within the shores of Nigeria but outside. But now these days, what do they see? They say, well, things don't they change, you know. Now the need for Nigerian soldiers don't even go past outside Africa. Now, it don't come back inside Nigeria itself, where we don't see insurgency, like the likes of Boko Haram, particularly, which don't become the biggest one in the past decade. Now, we've been seeing, the time when this, you know, the whole issue of Boko Haram start, it was glaring. We've been seeing some videos for social media where our soldiers know been there well equipped, where we say the Boko Haram insurgents, they fight our soldiers and they get issues. Over time, eventually, they equip them with better weaponry and defensive arsenal. Now, with the hope, say things don't get better. But now, after that, we know, say some of them don't die in the line of fire, in the cause of duty. How well have they been taken care of? Which now brings me to the question where you've been they ask. The truth be say, if I get some friends, you know, way they into the military, and some of them don't complain, say, well, things can actually be better. Not we say bad, well, but things can actually be better. And it talking about welfare, you know, talking about what they need, talking about requirements, talking about how their families are well taken care of. Because, you know, we just say a person die in the cause of protecting and defending a country. But then at the end, the people when you leave behind, how well are you going to take care of them? Such that they're not going to feel, say, our papa or our mama just died through away like foul, saying just waste away. There has to be a lot of things put in place for these people, for their children. Now, me, I know say I've been benefit a little from some kind special treatment where the military been give my family when our papa been passed away. But then, of course, like Oliver Twist, everybody always tells say we want more, we need more. Thank God say we don't reach where we did now, but more could have been done. You know, and it's not just the military, the whole country in general. We need to strategically map out ways where we say, if somebody work for a country, whether it's military or civil service, you work for your country, at the end, you're supposed to look, before the end even, you're supposed to look, say, by the time I retire, or if God say my time don't reach, make I come, even before retirement, the people where they leave behind, suppose they, well taken care of. Now, Oga Ogara and other people come out with talk say they must look after the welfare of our fallen heroes. They don't talk bad thing at all. As a matter of fact, me I don't even expect that them supposed to talk this thing. I expect that people who don't serve for the military before, that they supposed to come forward, champion this cause. For example, our past president, Oga General Olusegun Obasanjo, he been done serve during the military. He been there during the time of the Civil War. He been there among those who champion the cause of, we been channel the cause of where Nigeria did today. So he's supposed to know some of the things we're supposed to be in place as an ex-military person. Now also, our present president, Oga Buhari, where they on seats right now, himself definitely, if you go the history of Nigeria, if you read the history of Nigeria from 1960 till date, you know if you skip Buhari name, he go appear several times. So people like that, we don't date this, we don't date the line before. They're supposed to see.
But then, if I go rather this thing, you don't mention them two strong people, we say, then get the experience before. And why then get the experience? Then get them under military era.
Yes.
You understand? Because the military was in charge then. Okay, at some point they call say, okay, I no longer want to be military.
Yes.
I want to retire, I don't retire. I can't probably fall into enter the shoe of civilians. Can also know, say, also things say, maybe because of say, okay, maybe the welfare, or perhaps let me just say, the responsibility where they don't take over right now, it is no longer about probably restricting it to just one particular section of the Nigerian issue. But this time around, they are civilian leaders. You understand? That we will say then get more encompassing responsibility, nationhood responsibility. She also say maybe now that thing now actually create that gap, that slight gap between the militaries. That relationship will be there between the militaries and the civilians. So because the fact that civilians don't take over right now.
Yeah, say because the military man where they before don't come out uniform come with Agbada, so you don't forget.
Perhaps want to say we don't enter civilian era.
No, you know what I mean. And I'll give you a small analogy. Now I know it's not too no book, but again one time where they study management small, and again one time where our teacher been tell us that time. He say, sometimes the best person to put at the helm of affairs, na person we don't grow through the ranks. Person we don't suffer, we don't rise from stage to stage, don't eventually reach the top. Now you go put there because in sabi waiting they happen before you get there. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work out like that. So now we don't get person we don't go through the military era. He don't even rule during the military time. Now he don't come out uniform, don't wear agbada. He don't there as civilian. He don't see the two sides. Now he don't get the chance to rule again as a civilian person. Now what do you go expect? You go expect say, as he don't see what they happen during military time, he don't see what happen during civilian time. If he merge these two, carry them side by side, make it treat them well. Say military go get your proper treatment, civilian will get proper treatment. You not go expect say there will be any loophole or lacunas or what they call them, any space in between. Instead, he go fit manage and well.
But then why then do we get why we get in the National Assembly? We say at least if we say we get people who say they're supposed to make law and they know the whole essence, like the two major people also don't come and speak on this ground now. The Senate President and the Speaker, that's Yakubu Dogara and Bukola Saraki, will be the leading National Assembly leaders. If then also if they buy them for body, say yes, we understand the pains of these people. We understand say their welfare needs to be taken taken good care of. She also say policies. At least things will be said since that they be policymakers, policies, laws they go free and ensure say, okay, this is how we want it. Let us establish a law. Let us put down policies that will ensure say welfare, not just beyond just military. Military people, welfare of Nigerians as a whole and people they serve in different states. Say if they well taken care of, make that policy they very firm and strong. Not their action.
Of course, not by their action. Of course, then go, me, I won't believe, say, some of these things not already there in place. I don't believe, say, others too go still there in place because I still won't believe, say, our Oga President, we don't did there before. He go there in the best position to liaise and to relate with the military people right now to know, say, now the problems where we they get. And of course, policies and actions must obviously be in place. Because the truth be, say, the people where they take care of you, now you're supposed to take care of pass. The person where they guard you, now you're supposed to take care of pass. You don't just carry anybody, put firearm for a hand. Put firearm for your hand, say, make it they take care of you, take care of your family, take care of your life and property, and treat them well. Now you really, really have to take care of them and their families. Now, don't forget, say, they may get some kind, some people will don't die during the whole Boko Haram period.
Course, yeah.
Now, yes, well, unfortunately, we are not privy to information of how well their families are being taken care of. But one will expect, say, they take care of their families very, very well. They been get one particular soldier, I don't forget his name now. The whole story been in social media. They've been given special promotion because of, how gallantly him in the fight in the war front, and not long after that, the guy can die. Unfortunately, the guy been losing life. Now, after that, one will expect, say, these kind of people, say their welfare will be probably taken care of. They are not them actually, but their families waiting after them. Because of course, others after them to go look, say, Kai, if this person waiting in front, after fighting so gallantly, after serving, meritorious years, defending the country and protecting the territorial integrity of the entire nation. At the end, he didn't just die, and nothing was done. Nothing proper was done. Nothing solid, nothing tangible was done. You don't they dampen the spirit, and you don't they drop the morale of other people where they did. So yes, definitely, something good must be done, and something must be looked into. Okay, something must be looked into. And you of course, you said something about the policies. We get some of these existing policies, and maybe because of saying implementation or perhaps that thought of let me violate these policies just to probably favor my own and this thing. Beyond just say the welfare of we know the kind of actions where they normally play out. If a military person normally they violate that military law and military rule, and then we also know the kind of punishment they will say, you for not marching towards the war front. You'll probably serve certain jail terms, or perhaps we go buy you. These are existing laws where we say if you question when it comes to military rule. But beyond just that, she knows also to say somehow, I will actually break them out this way. She knows also to say somehow, because of the existing firm rules and regulations where they guide the military in a way. Also give them that liability to be very flexible in speaking out their minds when necessary. Or perhaps also to say, maybe because of the leaders, the high-ranking leaders who then get, we say, their responsibility now to ensure say this thing, this money, this welfare, go across. But because of greed, because of self-interest, then go carry and do this input. How you also feel ensure, say, beyond just these people, make also ensure, say, these people, anybody where they give the responsibility, to ensure, say, the welfare of these people are taken care of, make them also feel hold that person accountable. So that in the end, we're not going to just pay only lip services to this kind of issue. Obviously, now I go start with this one we first talked now about the accountability. Now, me and Chukwu did talk this thing several times. Say one of the biggest problems of Nigeria now responsibility and accountability. Now, we go find out, say, they go say money loss for Nigeria, or something happens, some people don't receive their salary. Pension we supposed to get, they no steal. Some kind of things we supposed to happen for office, some kind of reforms, they don't happen. Now, no be spirits did that office. They get what we call the chaos theory, where we say when something don't spoil, all you need to do is to follow the trail all the way back, where we say you go reach one particular place where you go know say now here the matter start from, and for there you go figure the solution. Now if we find out say some of these people are supposed to get waiting they accorded to them, they no get them. No be spirits they that office where they supposed to get that thing. No be spirits they work with them. No be spirits be the PA. Now human being like me and you where we feel see, where we feel question. We get people where we say, you feel trail them, you feel go, okay, now, these people supposed to get their pension, they don't get them. After serving for so many years, they supposed to get some kind of money we're supposed to reach them and their family no see them. They supposed to get some kind of school fees where the government is supposed to pay for their children, where they no can't get them. What we go do? We supposed to get, and say the military get that some kind of investigative, commissions in between, where they go follow this procedure, know who they in charge, who supposed they in charge, who supposed they are accountable for this thing. And if the person never doing duties, the military get their own kind of way where they handle their issues, different from civilian ways. Okay, make we actually pause because the black say that particular video, that Armed Forces Remembrance Day, we played out yesterday across different states and for federal for Abuja as well. Don't they ready? So make we play and make now also take now I see what will they talk about? Will they come?
Yes, and welcome back. From that particular video where you see, you go see say yes, at least that image start off from the president himself down to the vice president. Can't take out, can't streamline and to states, every region of the country, every state across Nigeria, which of course tells us that at this point, say it is not just restricted to one particular area. This is a national issue. This is a national problem. This is a national celebration. You understand? When we say everybody, irrespective of where they come from, you are duly represented in this fallen hero matter. Your dad, your relative, your cousin, your friend might be involved in this. You understand? Okay, which of course brings us to this same. If we don't see this unified spirit, if we don't see this unified and this thing where we say, wait, at least these images don't exhibit, you understand? Then we should also be able to at least point hands, say, okay, in that same spirit, make also see the same, these people, at least their welfare properly taken care of in a way and manner where we say at least we're not going to get issue. This now brings me back to the issue of the $1 billion where the governors, where the federal executive, I mean the governors approve, say okay now to ensure say we fight this thing, insecurity matter. And as stated, because then the governor of Edo State, and I actually speak more on that, he said part of this thing as well will involve the welfare of the militaries. If we don't see this kind of amount of money being released, not including the ones where they for budget, waiting, because it is one thing to at least pay lip service to a particular action. It is another thing for us to see that action come alive. These are decisions taken by the governors. Waiting be the right appropriate step we would expect make this $1 billion. $1 billion not be small money. Make this one, waiting that appropriate steps we will see, we would expect make this $1 billion execute so that at least we not go feel they go back to this same issue of these people have now been paid. These military personnel are still being owed. These people are serving for months for the field of battle, but yet they never feel see water drink. Within me that step, we will go feel see to ensure say this thing.
You see, first of all, as you talk, $1 billion not be small money. With the current exchange rate, $1 billion will look going close to 300 something billion naira. Now the truth be say, first of all, the fight against insurgency don't they escalate. It don't they grow bigger than what it be before. So like I mentioned earlier, you cannot overemphasize the importance of taking care of your military. Now this taking care, I like and say you don't mention the fact, say not be just to acquire weaponry and new arms and ammunition. Training also they inside this matter. Okay. Proper welfare also they inside this matter. So the money not too much. Now the truth be say, if you bring all this in, now if you get family, if now you be person will get family inside military, you don't go look and say this money too much. Now most of the people where they complain, now they complain from the outside. Now because you don't know what in the military, these military men and women they go through. You don't know what in their family members they go through. Now you be ask me say how I feel say this is supposed they broken down. Now the truth be say, me I not really day into the military, so I no go to know how exactly they go take break and down. They get specialists who already day inside the military. Okay. Where they inside their budgeting, where they inside their allocation, where they inside how to break down this particular. The military na community of its own. Inside the military now, you get doctors, lawyers, accountants, teachers, everybody, every field. Police, exactly, the day inside. So they know as they will take break and down. And as you don't mention and say, they don't already state, say part of this money will go their welfare. Now I want to believe say they get their own people who will also decide, say, okay, our welfare for those who are saving, this particular amount of money will go the welfare. For those who don't pass, this particular amount of money will go their own families and their own family welfare. This amount of money will go acquisition of new weapons, planes, to increase our defensive arsenal and so forth and so on. This amount of money will go training and retraining. This amount of money will go community service. So they go spread around. They suppose spread around. But again, if that one no happen, it comes down to accountability where we be talking.
Thank you very much. And that accountability now still waiting about emphasize on because I don't be talking about that, but I still want to emphasize on because I go on make with the at least emphasize on things where we say for the ordinary man, they work as freely without it getting the appropriate address or attention. That accountability, we not say yes. The military force is an independent unit of its own. Yes. Just as you mentioned, they get everything. But at the same vein, they should also have existing regulations, existing laws. Where we say it go cut across everybody. Not be just a situation where I send you out. You don't need to command, question my orders. Go there. If you die in the course of battle, accept as in your fate. You understand? But then, me, when we say they don't give the responsibility, give these people the required needs, the arms, the welfare they need to make sure say they go, they fight well. waiting, I see the hammer, waiting with that thing where the military is on their own part, we also need to do. So that in the end, these people don't just they go for field, they buy without even getting a response of people who make them buy, or perhaps the person who provide the availabilities for them to fight well and fight the way they're supposed to fight.
Okay, before I go need more time to expatiate on this the way you don't talk. Now, the military no be just occupation. No, what you could just do say because you don't get a job. The military is a vocation. We say if you are not called to serve, you don't get business for the military, and that's the truth. You're not just supposed to go there because you don't go school, don't come out and say work. No, they make it. Wait till the next day, make it just enter military. No, the military is a vocation. We say you get time for mind. It's like teaching. It's like nursing. It's like being a doctor. If you not get this mind to serve your nation, not just to serve, to die for your nation, you don't get business for the military. And I'll give you a quick example. Now, back in the days, ancient Sparta, ancient Greece, ancient Rome, where the whole thing about, where civilization didn't start from there, but where a lot of things where we don't read we start from, where people they fight. I'll give you an example. They get this Spartan soldier where they fight, where they capture. When they capture this guy, they won't kill him. Now, they get where fire they burn inside one place where they take do light. They don't get electricity at that time. Cold, they there. They ask the guy, say, make he give off their military secrets. You know what this man do? He put his hand inside that fire, hold the coal, it's in the burn. He burn his hand until his finger fall come out. He said, this is the courage of a Spartan soldier. We are willing to die for our country, no matter what you do, until his hand burn finish. He no complain. Now, if you no get that kind of mind, you no supposed to inside the military. So the thing be say, you suppose no say, this one, like what my father they talk that year, he say, now go, we know say we they go, we don't know whether we go come back. And that is the spirit of a military man. That is what it is supposed to be. Now, of course, knowing say, now waiting military men and women get for their mind, of course, the government, where they send them, where they protect, suppose get their own best interest at heart, obviously. So now, coming back to what you don't talk. Now, the military on its own, in a very secretive society. I began one friend where they say the military is the biggest cult in the world. Because they get their own rules, they get their own laws, they get their own principles, they get their own strategies. They don't go come as I can't tell you everything where they plan, everything where they do. Because they need to be secure. It has to be a closed society. Now, when they don't do their strategy finish, now we wait outside go come see them. So yes, sometimes we go to complain, say, why you know they work like this, why you know they work like this. If they work like that, make we no know. Now, when you finish, then we go come see them, say, now so they work. But then again, because our government knows, say, these particular men and women, they don't sign, say, we are going there to die. And the men and women too, where they know for their mind and for their heart of heart, say, now waiting we sign for be this. If at the end they read there, see, say, man, now death with the face, man, now death we go collect too. But then again, to answer your question finally, yes, we know, say, welfare must stay in place. And me, I strongly won't believe, say, some of these things don't stay in place. Now just say, as things happen for Nigeria, to get the things done and to get it done in the right way, many times it is slower than what we expect. And then finally, again, accountability, what we talk about. It is high time that people in position of power, not just the military, in every sector, particularly government, they are accountable to the offices where they put them.
Well, we would actually at least exhaust enough on that particular matter, and because of say we get another story we also need to dwell on. We would also say yes, we don't hear everything where Ben talk, and at least following the fact say in Papa self now fallen hero as well, and he also go work at that same man, so that same step. It is ideal. We go also actually they talk and say the needful should be done. Waiting we need supposed to make we do, and we get our individual responsibilities. Make we just do, and so that in the end nobody will come and complain, say you have not done your own part, I have not done my own part. Make we just then going straight to the second story. And the second story, we also get a particular footage for that one. But then this second story is another interesting one. And they get to do with 7 northern governors, APC northern governors, we don't come out and endorse President Muhammad Buhari for second time. And these governors includes Abubakar Bello of Niger State, Ibrahim Gaidam of Yobe, Yahaya Bello of Kogi, Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano, Nasiru El-Rufai of Kaduna, Jibrila Bindo of Adamawa, and Simon Lalong of Plateau. These are the 7 governors we come and say, yes, Oga Prezo, carry go, make you just move forward for second time. We is solidly behind you. But for us to also fit establish this, make we hear within the governor of Plateau State, the governor of Kaduna State, this El-Rufai, within talk on this particular matter. We'll play the video, make we hear.
That you see here, want the president to contest for a second term of office. So everything is about 2019. There is no hiding that. We have no apologies for that. We believe in the president. We want him to keep running the country in the right direction. So people can speculate about 2019. We have no apologies, and we'll continue to do that. Whether they are right or wrong is beyond the point. Everyone is entitled to his opinion, but as governors, and most of us here, except the governor of Wazobia, I think are first-time governors. We are interested in the continuity and policy stability, and we want the president to continue. But as our leader, the governor of Kano, said, we just happen to be here for prayers, and we went to pay our respects to the president and to feel gratified that anytime we see him, he's getting better and better.
Yes, we don't hear that particular, at least, comment from the spokesperson for the governors. That is Governor El-Rufai of Kaduna State. And he said something, and may I just actually pick out this part. You know, we know very well, say everybody entitled to his own opinion. But he said something, that everything is about 2019. Emphasis on that. Everything is about 2019. If in the look say, okay, every focus right now, we are in 2018. 2018 has just started. And we'll still get about a couple of hundreds of days to pass. Where we say, in a normal system, we're supposed to talk about consistency in government. We're supposed to talk about continuity in government. We're supposed to talk about service to the people. You understand? You know, with the kind of move we don't see taken by these governors, what make would they expect? You know, we're not going to see a situation whereby somehow, we will lose the focus from the people. Rather, we will probably the focus will come drift towards 2019. What do you think? Okay,
now the truth is, going by track record in Nigeria, since we don't move from military rule to civil rule since 1999. Now we know, say, the year before the election year, now usually campaign and politics and then they go on throughout that year. And we know, say, many at times, some of the governments where they in power, they lose focus, like you rightly don't ask, from, you know, the national issues, and they concentrate only basically on politics. Now we don't get many people who don't come and complain, say, this one with these people don't come and declare, say, we are giving our mandate to the president. So you know me say now for their own state, they go can't lose focus, and all they go begin to do now just to the campaign. So some people don't even come and say they're not even sure about themselves. So they won't hold on. They want to hold on to the moving train. They won't hold on to Mr. President, so that, of course, if Mr. President enter again, it means say you don't give them almost complete assurance, say themselves go enter. But the thing is, say, I've been given one analogy yesterday when we discuss this matter. And people say, right now, they don't come out their eye on governance and they're focusing on politicking. But don't forget, say, politicking is also part of governance. Politics is also part of government. And the truth be say, if like say you say because one man now say because he won't marry very soon, he don't forget everything about in life. Say he don't forget the house rent, he don't forget to buy fuel for his car, he don't forget to take care of his family, he don't forget everything. The only way they concentrate on now the way he want to. No, it's not going to be like that. Me, I don't want to believe say because they don't come out and talk say we they endorse Mr. President. Say every other thing go going to put on hold. Say nothing again go function for the country. Say now only the 2019 election now everybody go focus on. Yes, to be sincere, to be very, very sincere, we know say a lot of focus, a lot of attention go day on the election where they come in 2019. INEC don't already even release timetable. I believe say now on the 16th of February 2019, then the presidential elections go take place. So of course from now a lot of things go happen. But INEC don't already put in place a timetable when campaign go start. You know when people go begin to read their manifesto, when you go begin to see pictures and billboards about people who will run. And not forget say Mr. President never even come out can't declare with your mouth talk say I am running for 2019. Like Oga Nasiru El-Rufai, now one governor where I like because the guys are be young well. Now, he not already come and talk say, look, you are all entitled to your opinion. Yeah. This is our own opinion. We both say opinions are like noses. Everybody's entitled to one. You know, you are entitled to your own opinion. We feel say we don't give this man our mandate. Say now he go carry go for 2019. If you believe say the man never tried, say you know what make him carry go. That is your own opinion. You can go out and state your own opinion. And then of course, no be by much will talk am. When the time for voting comes, you go use your vote, take talk with you want eventually.
We will still further talk more on this, and when we come back from this particular break, we'll also open our phone line so that at least we'll also hear the comment and reaction from our viewers as well, because we also need to get our own opinion on these particular issues we'll talk about. We'll quickly go this break. When we come back, this matter continues. AsEdeyHot. Yes, and welcome back. The program remains AsEdeyHot, and 2-in-1 now don't carry come. And once again, for our viewers, they watch us for Go TV channel 98, Star Times channel 195, My TV channel 70, they do free to air channel 57, or na DSTV channel 259. AsEdeyHot don't come in our way, and at least we'll get two solid topics. So we'll talk about the first one get to do with at least Armed Forces Remembrance Day we played out yesterday, and the fact say look beyond just celebrating our fallen heroes, how far and how well are these people faring? People with the active actively involved for the service. I can also talk about 7 governors, or right now, what will they talk about even now? Now, the 7 northern APC governors, they don't come out and does the presido for 2nd term. And at least our telephone line will open right now for now to also call in. We'll also get our own reaction on top of these matters. So going back to this same issue. You said one thing about you talk one thing about okay, say activities perhaps full stop activities in a way, but then this is ever since we don't enter this particular democracy level from 1999 till date, it has happened, we don't see them occur severally that immediately election don't they come up, immediately campaigns don't they come up, immediately people don't they declare interest to vie for a particular position. You understand? We they see serious shutting down in a lot of systems. And when I mean shutting down, a lot of things they go there on freeze. We don't feel deny that fact. Say things they do on freeze, and that is why I go see they emphasize with this particular move taken by the governors. What do you think would happen? Perhaps, let me just probably give you an instance. An instance, we say, okay, from this moment on, it is no longer going to be more about the people. We now have a mission to accomplish. This is a project to ensure, say, the president come back next year for 2nd term. This is a project, the proposal has been written. Now for us to gradually see the execution of this particular project. Okay, every other thing will be about it. Also to say, this move somehow go also distort the system and also take us back because we they crave for moving forward. But with this particular move and following the fact that over time we don't see it happen, she also say somehow it will still take us back to the point where we say we will find ourselves in a very difficult position we know if we deal with.
Well, the truth is, make I no lie, definitely, the system, the entire system will feel them. We know already say election not come.
But if the system go feel them, is it appropriate?
Well, I don't go say it's appropriate. I never finish. Now, what they talk, we say the system go feel them. In fact, the system has to feel it. But the system doesn't have to suffer it. Now, there they go.
Okay.
We go feel them definitely. We know say election they come. We go they smell them for the air. The atmosphere go thick. Where we say you go nearly fit take knife cut them. You go know say election they come. You go they see billboards here and there. For papers, you go they see people pictures. You go they see campaign here and there. You go you hear manifestos here and there. You go they see say some people will never do anything for their states. They're gonna begin they do them. You go see people get interest in politics. You go see say they don't begin they do roads, they repair roads, they repair schools, they pay people school fees, they do things. That one definitely go happen. But the system not supposed to suffer. Now, we will give Mr. President benefit of the doubt because now the first time now when you go, if at all you want to run again, when you go try run again. Now we hope say the other parts of the society no go suffer while electioneering they go on.
Okay, they just stood down there. We got our first caller for the line. Good morning. Welcome to AsEdeyHot.
Good morning, Chukwudi.
Chukwudi, no day here for now. Wazobia, good morning.
Polycarp from Enugu.
Okay, Polycarp, good morning.
Good morning, Kubi.
Yes, we greet you.
And good morning, Bernard.
Good morning, Polycarp.
It didn't be said, these governments are psychophants. They didn't do anything for the people. Now they're looking for easy way to go back to 2nd tenure. That's why they want to write on the back of Buhari. So that when he go back to office, he will bring them back. But that's not the way it's supposed to work in democracy. People should shine their eye and go this out. Let them judge them by what they did and not by what they are trying to do. Then going to the issue of these soldiers and their Memorial Day. One thing that makes me impressed is if they so-called unknown soldier. How can you come and say somebody an unknown? When he enlisted the army, he was known. The soldier in the army, he was known. And he died. Then he said he declared one tomb as an unknown soldier. How will the people of Buhari people tomorrow if they come down his grave if he dies as a known soldier tomb? They should not lie about it. Let them live up to their expectations and then take care of these soldiers. Last week, one man who is a retired soldier, he died just 2 days after his wife died, and 2 of them were buried the same day. So it's unfortunate because if you say that he relied on the welfare of the army, he won't die with his wife, and 2 of them being buried on the same day. And that thing I want you to put a mouth on. This is an insult from President of the United States of America. So maybe next issue because about it. It's very, very insulting. He insulted Africa. He did ask his ambassadors and the embassy whether they are in hot and all those things. Let him come to Africa and not visit Africa. So I take his mouth. He forgot that he's an immigrant from Germany. His father is an immigrant from Germany. And America is based on immigration. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very, very much, Agapolika, for that contribution. You don't actually talk your own mind. But then...
Before you go, make I quickly state something where Agapolika being talked. Now, when they say unknown soldier, it no mean say the person where died, they don't know him. No, not just nomenclature. Now, the name where they give, meaning say, if you die for the country, we are looking at you as soldier where die for the country. They don't go pick out your name, say, Unku be die for a country, Bernard die for a country. No, all of them are one. So, this person is unknown, without a name. All of them together, they say all our soldiers as one unit, as one person, will die for the country. We know them by names. If you go there, their graves, they mark. Nobody say now unmarked graves. You can see their graves with their names. Possibly say even their service numbers go there on top there. Of course, we know them. But they call them unknown soldier because now soldier will die, not for himself, but for his country, for the cause of protecting territorial integrity of in country. So just to, to correct that particular notion.
You get with Agapolika talk, and then we think you get to do with them the integrity of the president. That a lot of these governors, a lot of their leaders, they rode on that particular integrity in 2015 to do it into enter, and because of say they get fallout somehow. That is why they come out, they do this, they carry on with this same campaign. So that I think they will take to push the president forward. So I think they will get second term slot. Okay, more also look at if you look at a state like Kogi, that is enraged. Let me probably use the word enraged with perhaps facing issues about non-payment of salaries and some other existing issues where they across other states. She, also to say somehow, that same thing what they emphasize on addressing your own problem internally first, before vying or probably coming out to carry a banner to support somebody. Kogi has an issue. The governor, Yahaya Bello, is there among the people who come out there, say yes, we want the president. As against his own this thing, where we say he get problem for your own state. Which kind eye you go feel Nigeria go take they look him, or probably they look the president, or perhaps they look him as an individual coming out to support somebody who say in own position they're different.
Yeah, of course we know say charity they say begins at home. You have to tidy your house first before you come outside begin say you won't begin to sweep streets. Very, very true. Now, I remember say when Oga Presido be enter office, they get different governors where they go there, they go greet them, one by one. When they come and talk, he say make everybody go back, go take care of his state. You don't need to come out and greet me. You can greet me from far away. Thank God say GSM don't they. Now, we understand say all these people they come out, they can't show their interest. Say we they endorse Oga Presido, say make it go out again. But we know say some of them still there. We say they never do plenty for their state. And let's be honest, not even these governors will come out. Many governors. If you go to their state, not even northern governors, come to the south, come to the southwest, come to the east. We get some governors where we say they never do plenty things for their state yet. Yet they go one run for another term. Now, say you come out, tell Oga Presido, say we they endorse you. No me say now automatic ticket for you to take enter. As I've been mentioned earlier, the mandate is in the hand of the voters. It's in the hand of we the people. If we see say our governors never do better work since the time when he enter office, whether he go lie down, do foot march, make Oga Presido match as they pass by. If we not like what he don't do, we say no do, we no go vote him. It is our duty and our responsibility not to vote any governor where we know say never do well. So talking about Yahaya Bello, talking about other governors where we feel say they never do betterment for their country and for their people, for their state, I beg your pardon, and for their people. No matter what in the contact, no matter who they call endorse, no matter who they put for front, no matter how much they put there, if you know say they never do well, it is simple. Don't give them your mandate. No vote for them. But if you feel say they never do well, so what do we go do? As one leader been talked the last time about his son, will be governor of one state that time, where they tell and say your son no do well for the first 4 years and he won't come for the second 4 years. What do you get to talk about this thing? This man talks say if your pikin no pass the first year, no be repeat, you go say make it repeat so that you go pass the second time. So if you feel say the governor no do well the first time and you feel say in the position to do better again next time, fine, vote him in. But if you feel you are not satisfied, like waiting on Agapolika been talk, say you don't want to judge him by waiting he say he go do, rather go judge him by waiting he don't do before, then don't vote him into power.
Okay, maybe we'll bring on to the issue of the body language of Mr. President right now, because now he be the person within in the center of all this. You understand? And he never come out declare. Say he won't vie for second term.
Yes.
But then, for us to also don't see governors who don't confront for him. Say if normally waiting without immediate reaction or perhaps that response will probably suppose it. Say we go talk say right now without him with the fact that we never see him don't come do this thing, don't come respond to him. Say perhaps say we notice say maybe somehow the president somehow they interested in vying or probably coming back for second term?
You see, I go use football to analyze this particular thing. Now, there get some times where we say two clubs don't come as come play, right? Two tough clubs. Give an example, say Manchester United and Arsenal. Anyway, Arsenal no be top club again. Manchester United and Manchester City. Say the two of them face each other. Now, one particular coach go come out and talk, say, I know say this coach is a good coach. He sabi do this, he sabi do that. He get correct players if he play. Now you go to expect that person will come out and respond, but not be every time. When matter they touch you, then you go guys respond. Sometimes you have to ruminate on the issue. Think and well. Even though Oga President if he won't come outside, he don't necessarily need to respond to waiting these people they talk. At his own appointed time, when everything they right, he will come outside.
Somebody there at telephone line, then you go continue. Okay, Maker from Kebbi. Good morning. Welcome to AsEdeyHot.
Good morning, Kubi. How are you doing?
We did fine. Okay, Maker.
Yeah, please, I want to contribute on the 7 northern governors that endorsed Mr. President.
Okay, right over, they hear you.
Honestly, the timing of their endorsement was wrong. Nigerians are in sorrowful mood. We are mourning the lives of people that were slaughtered on New Year Eve in Port Harcourt. We are mourning those ones that are killed by the herdsmen in Benue, and the ones that are killed also in Taraba and Southern Kaduna. So I don't see the reason why. Instead of, and we are also mourning the fuel crisis issue. Instead of them to advise the president on how to fix the economy, a lot of things are going wrong. And mind me, Chukudi, let me tell you, honestly, those 7 governors, I don't think there is anyone that will return back to office. I'm telling you, is it the Kogi state governor that cannot pay salary? Is it the El-Rufai?
Okay, Maker, thank you very much. You don't actually make your...
Please.
We get somebody at our telephone line. We'll not feed this in. If you call back, but now, make we actually collect this other call from Saliu. Saliu, good morning. Welcome to AsEdeyHot.
Good morning.
We greet you.
Again, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you now?
We did fine.
Okay. I want to concern 2019.
Okay.
Yes. Even though those 7 governors not go to come out, even declare Buhari as a 2019 candidate, we don't already declare me as a 2019 candidate. So we as we say now, if that Buhari said, I'm not sure if they will not get anybody. So that one, politics, especially when one do better, they make noise. Any people want to concern say vote, everybody to ready the BBC to go and cast a vote 2019.
Okay.
So,
thank you very, very much. You don't talk at least the one major thing. Make everybody get their own PVC ready so that by 2019 you will go cast them the candidate of your choice and please make you know say yes, they move the country forward. Okay, to wrap up all these things, at least so far so good. Between now and 2019 when election will play out, what think be those major things we would expect from our leaders and also to the people who will also come out, also vote. What think be those major things we will also need to put down for them. So okay, these are things we also need to observe.
Well, first of all, I will start from INEC. Now, we know we always get issues when it comes to voting. You know, this electronic voting, the voters card, all these things. From now, INEC don't already put timetable down. We go expect, say, INEC would only prepare everything with the necessary for election to run smoothly. You know, the voters card, the voters registration, the temporary and the permanent card, everything they're supposed to start from now. We're not going to wait until 2 months to the election before we start to notice say things they wrong. They can't use coppers, the kind of people who are supposed to work, the ad hoc staff, everything's supposed to be done the day planned from now. Now, the people where they vote for, the governors, and even Mr. President himself. Now, we're supposed or anybody at all, any candidate at all, we won't run or we expect, say, now, from, he's supposed to they make intentions known, right? He's supposed to they do something, he's supposed to do things for your locality, so people go know, say, okay, this person not started to do this thing. When he enter, we believe, say, he go do more. And then the people, of course, sensitization is very, very key. It's very necessary. Knowledge is power. Information is what keeps us alive. We guys stay informed as to the best way to run this election, as to how we go vote, who we want vote for, what thing we expect from the person, what thing we don't see before, what we don't want again, and the kind changes where we need to do. But always remember, say, the power dey our hand. Now we dey in charge. No be them dey in charge.
Well, Bernard, thank you very, very, very much, at least for your talk, because at least you actually don't make justice to some and these particular issues where we don't do it, where we don't actually establish today. And until tomorrow, we'll come again with another interesting edition of your program AsEdeyHot. From you, Eben Kubi. Now, bye-bye.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.